He once said, "If people knew how hard I worked to get my mastery, it wouldn't seem so wonderful at all." Michelangelo Buonarroti was not born into ease or confidence. He was born in 1475 in a small Tuscan town called Caprese, the son of a struggling family, raised among stonecutters and dust. From the beginning, his life was shaped by stone. As a boy, Michelangelo was drawn not to comfort, but to creation. He sketched obsessively. He studied bodies, muscles, tension not as decoration, but as truth. His father disapproved. Art was not a noble path. It was unstable, dangerous. But Michelangelo was stubborn, and fate, it seemed, was just as stubborn. At 13, he entered the workshop of Domenico Ghirlandaio. Soon after, he was taken into the household of Lorenzo de' Medici, the most powerful patron in Florence. They're surrounded by philosophers and poets. Michelangelo absorbed a radical idea that beauty was not decoration, it was a reflection of divine order. Then Florence collapsed into chaos. The Medici fell. The city burned with fear and religious fervor. Michelangelo fled Florence, and in exile, his work grew darker, deeper, more severe. During this period, he traveled to Rome, where he carved the breathtaking Pieta, a work of serene beauty and profound sorrow that solidified his early reputation. When he returned to Florence, he carved David, not a triumphant hero, but a tense, watchful young man, frozen in the moment before action. It was Florence itself, small, defiant, vulnerable, yet unyielding. Michelangelo was only 29, and already the world was watching. Then came Rome. The Pope summoned him, not to sculpt, but to paint. Michelangelo resisted. He was a sculptor, not a painter. He felt unworthy, unprepared, but the command was absolute. For 4 years, he labored in an agonizing head-crane-back position beneath the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel. Paint dripped into his eyes. His body broke down. He worked alone, tormented by doubt and physical pain. What emerged was not decoration, but a vision of humanity itself. Creation, fall, suffering, hope. God reaching for man not in comfort, but in tension. Michelangelo believed the figure already existed inside the stone. His task was not to create, but to liberate. This belief shaped everything he did. His figures strain, they twist. They seem trapped between flesh and spirit, because that is how he saw humanity. Despite fame, Michelangelo lived simply. He distrusted praise. He avoided intimacy. He wrote poetry filled with longing, guilt, and devotion. He wrestled with faith not as certainty, but as struggle. He once wrote, "I am not in the right place, and I am not the painter I ought to be." Even at the height of genius, he felt unfinished. In his final years, Michelangelo returned to sculpture, 2 works left deliberately incomplete. The stone resists, the figures emerge, and stop. As if he understood something at the end, that perfection is not completion. That meaning lives in the struggle itself. Michelangelo died in 1564 at the age of 88. He outlived rivals, shaped centuries of art, but he never felt at peace. Perhaps that is why his work still speaks to us, because it doesn't offer comfort, it offers truth. Michelangelo reminds us that greatness is often lonely, that beauty demands sacrifice, that the human soul is always reaching upward, outward, toward something it can never fully grasp. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing for more stories of the artists, thinkers, and souls who shaped our world, often at great personal cost.